You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
We start your 11 minutes of nonstop news in DeKalb County. People in Clarkston saying they are fed up and something needs to change.
Yeah, they say the city drama is keeping good police officers away. Our 11 Alive's Christy Diaz joins us from the police headquarters. Christy, they're getting ready for a job fair today, actually.
They are, and overnight while you were sleeping, I spoke with City Councilman Jamie Carroll about what it felt like to get the brunt of the public's anger over the dwindling police force, increasing police pay, and several other issues. He said that blistering criticism actually encouraged him.
I heard the frustration from the public, and honestly, I share it. So, it doesn't bother me. It's my job to stand up there and take the tongue lashing when the business of the city is not getting done.
Clarkston City Council member Jamie Carroll is the one who suggested raising police pay again to at least $55,000. After the verbal lashing last night, he hopes the rest of his council members feel an urgency to do something to fix the dysfunction in the city and the dwindling police force.
Hopefully, if the public comes out at the meetings and keeps on pressuring them, then they will feel that urgency and we can legitimately address those concerns.
They're planning a town hall to open the doors to more feedback on police pay and the broader issues of the city. And today they're holding a police job fair, the second in 2 weeks, hoping to double the number of officers to get them back to full staff. But without better incentives, Carroll thinks it's a long shot.
Yeah, so the last time we had a job fair, only one certified officer appeared for it. And that was the same salary, $52,000 that we're offering now. So, of course, we're always hopeful to get better results, but they say the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Now, they didn't approve anything at last night's meeting. First, they want to have that town hall meeting, get more feedback, and double check the budget to make sure they can afford to raise police pay. He says if all of that is in order, they hope to have a vote on the police pay raise issue at next Thursday's meeting. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Chrissy. Your time now is 6:49. Here's what's happening now, honoring a founding father of the new Atlanta, Marvin Arrington Sr.
He was a Fulton County Superior Judge, and the Atlanta City Council president. Arrington will lie in state at the Atlanta City Hall in the council chambers named for him. That's tomorrow from 10 to 4. There's a celebration of life at the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church on Friday. There will also be a screening of the documentary Bow Legs. It chronicles Arrington's legacy in Atlanta. That's Saturday at the Lindsay Street Baptist Church.
A Georgia senator is asking the state's attorney general to investigate a Henry County animal facility. Senator Emanuel Jones says that Noah's Ark needs to be looked into before it's too late. Now, there have been protests accusing the sanctuary of abuse and neglect. Previously, it had to close for a period of time after hundreds of vultures died of bird flu, prompting a federal investigation.
Tonight, Roswell's Canton Street Task Force meets for the first time. This group will make a recommendation on the Promenade project. There are businesses and residents against it because the proposal closes a portion of the street. The mayor wants suggestions within the first 45 days. And that was Look at Your Wednesday morning headlines.
All right, check up your forecast. Another hot day on tap for us, Chesley.
You better believe it. Yeah, it's going to be very hot out there. We do have an air quality alert to pass along to you. Code orange for our metro Atlanta counties. You see they're colored in orange there. That means it's going to be unhealthy for sensitive groups, so sensitive to ground level ozone. Stay inside if you can today. Temperatures in the 70s, got some 60s around the area. 69 degrees right now in Conyers, but Forest Park, you're at 71. 69 also down toward Locust Grove. 68 Peachtree City, Fayetteville, you're at 71. You're 69 degrees Powder Springs, 65 in Temple in Northern Carroll County. Ackworth, you're at 71 degrees. 75 in Tucker, 77 degrees. That's the warm spot right there in downtown Atlanta. Your what to wear forecast calls for short sleeves and shorts, of course. If you can get away with that, 96 will be your afternoon high temperature. 96. This will be, if we hit this today, it will be the third time this year that we got up to 96, at least this month, right? That's the hottest we've been, and I think we're going to go even higher over the next couple of days. Man, that air is stagnant. There's no wind out there to kind of blow the air around, and so that's going to increase that ground level ozone for us, which is why we have that code orange today. We also could see an isolated shower pop up. High pressure for the most part is dominating our skies, but we could see that an isolated shower pop up as some of that humidity is starting to creep back in to our area. This blue on this particular map indicates drier air. We've had that over the last couple of days, even though it has been hot. Now we're starting to see some of this yellow and some of those oranges begin to move over the state. That means that moisture is starting to return, and we'll be in full force, I think, as we head into the upcoming weekend with those temperatures even higher. That's going to be stifling, folks. So if you have weekend plans to be outside anywhere, picnic, you got some games you need to play or watch, you definitely need to take the necessary precautions because it's going to be very, very hot, very oppressive this weekend. You'll notice the light green shade now over us from the Storm Prediction Center. Doesn't mean severe weather for us, but it does mean the opportunity for some isolated showers or thunderstorms to pop up in our area. And I think we have a 20% chance to see that as we head into the afternoon. Starting you off with fair skies, those cumulus clouds will start to form as we head into the afternoon with a few raindrops coming out of some of those. Most of us are going to stay on the dry side. Going to repeat that as we head into Thursday. A little bit more humidity, a little bit more in the way of clouds. 20% chance for an isolated shower, up to a 30% chance as we head into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're looking at those temperatures well into the 90s. In fact, 98 degrees for your high temperature on Saturday. When you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel over 100 out there. Very oppressive this weekend. Be advised.
Right now, many of you have been going to our website looking for updates on Bronny James after the 18-year-old suffered cardiac arrest during a basketball practice. This morning, we can confirm Bronny is stable and out of ICU as he recovers in the hospital. Earlier this year, we saw Buffalo Bills safety 25-year-old DeMar Hamlin collapse during Monday Night Football. This morning, he's among the many people sending words of support to the James family. This news comes as parents across the country and right here in Metro Atlanta prepare to send their own kids back to practices for fall sports. We know it can be concerning. So how do you keep your own child safe? We asked Dr. Cecil Bennett with Noonan Family Medicine.
You know, I've done some of these sports physicals for schools, and it's pretty basic. Again, it doesn't do the adequate cardiac screening.
Instead of your standard height and weight and breathing checks, Dr. Bennett says it's a good idea for student athletes to also go through an EKG, chest X-ray, and an echocardiogram. Dr. Bennett also says there are no warning signs for cardiac arrest, but you can fight against heat-related illnesses by staying hydrated and taking breaks in the shade when possible.
You know, sleep is key for any of us, right? To feel good, to be healthy. It's certainly a key for elite athletes. At the Olympics 1 year from today, they'll be depending on artificial intelligence and a paper product to sleep well.
The best athletes in the world will sleep on cardboard beds. The mattress has 3 parts with varying firmness depending on preference. When they get to the Olympic Village in Paris, each Olympian will be scanned and photographed. Artificial intelligence will establish the best mattress combination for their height, weight, and specific sport. France ordered 16,000 beds. They'll be delivered before the Summer Games.
Some of these big Olympians on those little twin beds. Throughout the day, we're going to bring you exclusive coverage of the 1 year out celebrations for the Olympics.
A highly anticipated matchup for Atlanta United against Inter Miami featuring Lionel Messi wrapped up while you were sleeping. As you expected, Messi, he was the star of the show. This was the first time Messi faced off against Atlanta United since joining the MLS, and he put up 2 goals and an assist, leading Inter Miami to the 4-0 victory.
Rise up and shine, Falcons fans. That's what the Falcons want you to do for the first day of training camp. After a long off season, the Dirty Birds practice at Flowery Branch today. Oh, the field's all ready for players to get out there for the first official practice of the 2023 training camp. We had a crew in Flowery Branch talking to players as they reported in. It's safe to say everyone is excited to get back to work. We're going to have updates from training camp for you tonight on 11 Alive starting at 5. Ooh, it is the season already, Chesley.
Oh, yeah, and it always starts off on the hot side, and today will be no different. 91 degrees will be our temperature by noon. Winds light for much of the day. 96 will be our afternoon high temperature. We'll drop back down to about 94 degrees or 92 degrees by the time you're driving home. So it's going to be a hot afternoon, folks. Just, get your mind right.
Blast the AC if you've got it, right? On the highway. You got a joke for us?
It's so hot, I just saw a chicken lay an omelet. It's so hot they asked the Statue of Liberty to put her arm down.
Oh, okay, that's a better one. I like that one.
We'll end on
You tried
that one,
it.
everybody.
It's so hot.
Bye.